Back up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop it. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me. I live in you. Both of our five fin you.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights, just to hit the.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Cleveland. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. On 2nd down, Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge. first down, a run with Hyde. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and that'll make it third down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, got three. Ready. 3-19.
Play action, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bet on bet. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a K back. 100K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Thought, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a, yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman, I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happen when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind. $100,000 plus $100,000 my way. 40,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got those bad, that's I swear, baby, it was just kiss, that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall for me. Would love to take you shopping, but cause I'm in your town. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero that I'll get my baby 35. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These, I son them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it like, yo, what it like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo. All this ice is like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you pop this for me?
I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell the hero they'll get my baby 35.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Cleveland. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told. As he's taken down back shy of the 20. And a first carry now for Hyde. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Taylor. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On third down, Taylor. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Again, it's high. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Taylor now to throw on third down. Got it open, and he completes it to Callaway. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll give to Hyde. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. They go play action with Taylor. And that is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back. Got a man. Inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Slow.
They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Elliott. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Cleveland Browns coming back out for their next series. Gives us a moment to talk about their wide receivers, because so much of the talk in Cleveland has been about the quarterback spot. But they could have a really talented group out wide.
If they can keep them all together, no doubt about it. Josh Gordon, when he plays, he's as electric as there is in the league on the perimeter. Jarvis Landry, the great pickup from Miami, brings toughness, professionalism, dedication to that locker room. The key, the wild card pick, Antonio Callaway out of Florida. If he stays on the field, he can provide some electricity for that team that they sorely need.
second down. Here's Taylor. His throw incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Randy Gregory. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now Austin. A nice move at midfield. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Good.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn the overs. That's good, right?
We're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Taylor, looking to throw on 2nd down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Well, CD, regular season inching closer. You know, looking at the ledger of the games, we'll just stick with the NFC right now, but it starts with a bang. Atlanta at Philly on the 6th.
How about the last 2 teams to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl head-to-head to start the season? The Falcons, they didn't win it. Philadelphia did. And then how about this for a second game? San Francisco at Minnesota. In normal years, it doesn't get as much attention, but how about now? Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers to take on now Kirk Cousins' Minnesota Vikings.
Anything else there from the NFC Week 1 catching your eye?
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys at Carolina, that definitely does, because the Cowboys are trying to get back to the playoffs. Dak Prescott, full season of Ezekiel Elliott, and, of course, number 1, the big man, Cam Newton, will welcome them to Charlotte. And to finish things off, the last game of the season openers, the Los Angeles Rams, last year's revelation, taking on John Gruden's Oakland Raiders. How about that?
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw again is Taylor. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, there's two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete here.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Play action. Now Taylor. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. This from 36 yards out. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. 1st and 10. Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Taylor now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. The toss play. This is high. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
To throw is Taylor. To throw on 2nd down. They go screen pass to Hyde. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They go play action now. Taylor. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Demarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. To throw on 2nd down, Taylor. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Taylor will throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run high. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Tyrod Taylor taking it in. And the Browns are back within a score. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds an opening past the 40. Caught left side, Williams. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Prescott now on second down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Again, now it's Taylor on second and 10. And that's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Browns on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third and 10. Play action, it's Taylor. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big gain of 31 on third down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Flag, 32. Flag.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And his pass incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They go play action with Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
4 down, 4 down. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch.
Now Taylor on 1st down, going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor now to throw again. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready. 3-19.
Taylor throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready. Flag, 32. Flag, 32.
Taylor will throw again. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They'll indeed run here right off the bat. And not nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tackle.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Slow. 319.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end. Zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go, get out, let's go, get out, get out. Here we go, going to 54, wide.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. A give to Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A give to Elliott running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go, wide, hey. Swing on the pit, right. To the right. Here we go, 46. Hustle. 46.
Now Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Prescott now drops it underneath. Elliott. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26, 26.
Throwing here, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Here's Prescott. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One last shot for Taylor. And Taylor cannot escape. He goes down to the end zone. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.